Hey everyone, it's Flynn here. So a few weeks ago, I went out to a little town called Inglewood to do some location scouting for a short film that I'm co-creating with two friends of mine, Tommy and Shane. The short film's kind of set in this post-apocalyptic world which follows our main character, which will be played by Tommy, as he travels through a variety of different locations looking for some people. And so there's basically two parts to the film. The first half basically is going to be our main character traveling through, looking for people, and then the back half will be having found the people. And the back half of the film, we've already got a location for that. It's all going to be filmed indoors in one location. But for the first half of the film, we needed to find a place which had a variety of different kind of environments that could be believably traveled in a day, but just stuff that looks a bit different, that we can kind of keep things visually interesting for the viewer. But obviously it needs to be in a really close to each other so that we're not spending hours and hours just like traveling all over the place. So thankfully for us, Shane had recently moved out to Inglewood and said that it would be the perfect spot. It's pretty far away from Brisbane, it's about 3 hours, but I thought I'd go out there and bring my camera with me and do like a vlog style video as we went and location scouted a few of these different things. But I hope you enjoy the video and find it amusing. Alright, so it is morning and we've just had coffee and breakfast and we're packing up and getting ready to go out for the day and start location scouting. We did a little bit of a walk around yesterday and had a look at a few places that may work for some of our farmland kind of locations because it's really close to the house. But today we're going to jump in the car and start heading into the National Forestry and start finding some more diversity of locations that may work for the scenes. So there's two scenes which are like really big ticket items. The creek scene, where I'm going to need a larger creek that we can shoot two different kind of looks in, and then also there's like a hanging scene where we need a dilapidated building. So I'm interested to see whether we can find something that'll work for that. But yeah, we're going to hit the road and fingers crossed I can find a bunch of stuff that will work for the film. It's going to give me a lot of ideas, but we'll see.
Wondering how far I fell. Do I like to ask the ghost of time, is it worth a second try? Will I rise above the clouds or just get lost within the skies? Well, comparison and prediction will only tie me to the ground, so I'll try to stop from sinking further down. Conversations with myself can get so out of hand, but I think I'm getting closer to the truth. Not everything that's dawn and lights can make it past the glare to make the changes as long as you. Do I like to ask the ghost of time? Do I look within and look behind? Will I wrestle with this moment? Let it wash me in its tide. But it seems that my resistance to the flow just slows me down, so I'll go the way it wants me to for now.
Alright, so we have been bashing around all day
looking for all these different locations. I found a creek after quite a bit of driving all around the place that is workable. It's not ideal and it's not what I had in my vision. I think I'm going to put it as a second option, and I don't have the time to keep searching for more around here. So I do know some places a little bit closer to home. So I'm going to location scout those out during the week and see whether somewhere there would work better, and then film everything out here that I can, then film that one scene, well there's two scenes, sorry, back closer to home. But I'm feeling pretty good about the day. There was a lot of bush bashing and it felt like it took a lot of time to get to different locations, which again is concerning. But I think because we were trying to find the locations, we were constantly stopping, starting, walking out into the bush and all that kind of stuff. Whereas now we've geotagged those locations that we think will work. And once I go home, look at the pictures, look at some of the footage I shot, and then compile it into a bit of a plan and assign it to the scenes, then it'll be a lot quicker on the 2 days that we want to come out to here and film. So I'm pretty excited. I think we're going to make it work. But it's late in the day now, and so we're just going to sit down, have a bit of a rest, have a late lunch, and then we're going to try go out again for sunset. We're going to go out to an outlook, which may provide a really nice kind of vista view, but we'll see. Shane hasn't been there before, and so we're going to have to do a little bit of exploring to find it, so we'll give ourselves a bit of time. But that should be exciting, and we'll see how it goes.
Took a long time to find what I was looking for, but when it did, it all fit together. I can't lie, no matter how I try. Forever holding out. Forever holding out for you.
So we are currently hunting for this track up to an observational lookout. Obviously there's a lot of bush bashing going on, and I'm not sure whether we're going to actually find the right track to get through, but fingers crossed we get up there before sunset, but we'll see. Adventure. What the fuck? Just a man chainsaw and grass, letting out them demons. We have pushed the poor Subaru to its absolute limit going through this track. I think we've ended up going down a track where we couldn't actually get onto the lookout track because it looks like it's a much more difficult four-wheel drive track. But we did some solid bush bashing in the Subaru, and I'm incredibly impressed by the Outback, like how well it actually handled a lot of this terrain. But yeah, the sun's going down. We haven't quite found it yet. We're having a bit of a scope out to see what the track ahead looks like, whether it's better to keep going the way we're going or go back. But yeah, bit of an adventure, trying to find a spot. I have a feeling, due to the amount of time that it takes to get out here, that it's not going to be viable as a filming location is what we're hoping, is to see like this big vista. It is what it is, but I'm glad that we put the effort into like trying to find this place because yeah, it's a bit of an adventure and you never know, it could have been amazing. But yeah, time to head home and find some fire. Alright, so all good things come to an end, and it is time for me to head back to the Big Smoke. It's been a really exciting weekend. Obviously, sunset turned out to be a bit of a dud and didn't actually work out, but the adventure in me absolutely loved it. It was a lot of fun just bush bashing around these random areas of the forestry trying to find this vista. Got a little bit hectic at the end, but we made it back safely and then just crowded around the fire at night and chilled out and then had a big sleep. But yeah, time to go home now. Something that did happen yesterday as well that I forgot to mention. In the afternoon, we were chatting to one of the locals, and they told us about a hunter's cabin which someone has on their property, which is a little bit dilapidated, which may be absolutely perfect for the opening scene of the short film. So that got me really excited. Unfortunately, again, I don't have the time to explore any more locations. I need to get home, but I have left that with Shane to contact the owner and go and have a look at it and send me some pictures. But I'm really excited because that's something that was absolutely like not pivotal. I may have had to rewrite the script to change the location in which the opening scene happens to suit what we had available. But I have all these great ideas for a cabin and how that opening scene is going to go. So I'm really excited that potentially this may work, which is a nice high to kind of like leave the weekend on, even though I'm actually confident that we're going to be able to shoot all the opening scenes that I want, except for maybe the creek out here. So that's really exciting and makes me feel pretty, a lot less stressed about the process and kind of like what's going on. So yeah, it's time to go home, take all these pictures, put them into a plan, have a look through them, and then start kind of like storyboarding or shot listing out how I'm going to shoot this thing. But have fun. This is it for me, and I hope you enjoyed the video.